Hello, good morning. I hope that you're all well and that you've had a good week. I've not had a particularly good week with my health. COVID has come back and it's bitten me on the bum. I have been worse this week. No, I'm negative than when I was positive with COVID the week before. I don't know what it is. My temperature keeps spiking, my breathing is difficult, and I've just been like a wet rag this week. On Tuesday I went to the Framers and I really struggled to drive there, and when I got there I just felt as though I was going to pass out. My temperature was so high. I've slept a lot this week and just not really been up to doing much at all. But there's always positives, and it's been a good week in lots of other ways. Ray had his cataract operation on Monday and it's been very, very successful. And I'm so pleased for him. All his life he's had to wear glasses and he's actually blind in his one eye. And it's just been amazing that he doesn't have to put his glasses on, and each day his sight has got better and better. He can't wait to go and play golf now without glasses. I think it's horrible, you know, when you're wearing your glasses in the rain and you're trying to see a ball. So I'm just so pleased for him. On Monday, at the place where he had his operation done, I bumped into another needleworker in the waiting room, and that was such a treat. There's not many of us down here, and it was just really, really lovely to connect with somebody who loves reproduction samplers, and we chatted away and the time just went like that. This week I was going to have a release, but I just couldn't. I just did not have the energy to pack all the charts and just get everything done. But it's Margaret, and I know that there are so many people waiting for this sampler, and she will release this Thursday. With a little bit of help from some friends, I managed to get her packed, and she is now en route to our distributors. So look out on Thursday. There's going to be a release that so many people have been waiting for. This week, I have actually written some booklets. It's a sedentary job. It was a job I could do where I didn't have to worry about my jelly legs. So my proofreader, I think I probably overwhelmed her with, I think 4 proofs. But you know, they're all things that are going to be coming out in the future, and things I know that you're going to love. Because I couldn't sort of buzz around in my normal way, I did get good stitching in, although I did seem to fall asleep a lot with my needle in my hand. Last week I showed you my start on the first design for the spool, and here is the first one, and this is the one that has my name on. Now, I'm not too sure if I'm entirely happy with the way I have attached this onto the spool. It's the very first time I've done it, and after I'd finished I thought there might be a slightly better way. So when I attach the second one, I'm going to do it in a slightly different way, and then I'm going to decide on which way I'm going to go. I might take this one off and reattach it, or I might take the second one off and reattach it. We shall see, but I should have a finished project for you next week to show you. I finished the second little design, and this is the one that has my date of birth on. And I have almost finished the third one, which has my home and the cove on. I might finish this today, if not today, definitely by tomorrow. Now you might ask why these are 2 opposite ways. Well, I stitch two-handed with my left hand on the top, and it's easier for me to travel left to right. And at the moment, I'm really struggling with tennis elbow in this arm, and it just works better for me to have this side, to work this side somehow, rather than have my shoulders slightly back to work this side. It's just easier. So I just turn this around so that both of them work predominantly on the left hand side of my body. That's why. Right, okay, I've just got to stop and gather my thoughts all the time. My temperature is so high. I'm literally, not that you really want to know this, but my grandmother used to say, what was it? Oh, I can't remember. Do you know what? My brain is just gone. Men do something, women do something else, but a lady nearly glows. I am definitely glowing at the moment and not making much sense because my temperature's up. Okay, Nicola, stop and think what you want to say. Okay, I had an email in the week about what fabric would you stitch these two samplers on, and that is Mary Wigglesworth and Mary Clayton. Mary Wigglesworth, I could only ever imagine being stitched on Creme Brulee by Tabby Cat Linen. I loved how this fabric worked on this sampler. It was just perfect in my eyes. And the question was, what would I stitch? Like, obviously there are many other beautiful fabrics that this sampler would work with, but for me, for Mary Wigglesworth, it will always be Creme Brulee by Tabby Cat Linen. Now the other sampler is Mary Clayton. I love this sampler so much. This is just so beautiful. Now this sampler was stitched on Lakeside linen, which is a favourite linen of mine. I adore the colours in Lakeside linen, but for us in the UK it's quite difficult to get Lakeside linen. My suggestions for Mary Clayton would be Cockleshell by Tabby Cat Linen, which is a beautiful colour. That works so well. So that's Cockleshell by Tabby Cat Linen. Talking of Tabby Cat Linen, we shared a sneak peek of a beautiful model that Lisa is currently stitching. Now Lisa has reproduced this beautiful sampler and is stitching it, and the linen is Tickety Boo. Tabby Cat Linen dyed Tickety Boo for us to match the original linen that this sampler was stitched on. Tickety Boo is this beautiful, rich colour, but this colour, it's not garish. It's a well, it's just gorgeous. You have to see this fabric to just get the impact of the depth of colour that Michelle has achieved. Hobby House Needleworks has just had a very large delivery of Tickety Boo if you're interested in sourcing this linen. Otherwise, you can get this directly from Michelle on her website. Now her website is her reproduction company name, Mill on the Floss Samplers, but Tabby Cat Linen has a section on that website. So that is Tickety Boo. I also had an email asking about Bee's Knees and would I show this colour. I have shown it before, but here it is again. This is Bee's Knees, and it's a lovely, rich, isn't it funny how colour changes with light? I think against the white is a good representation there. Okay, so that's linen. What else did I want to talk about? Some things that I brought back from the States. these beautiful boxes by Colonial Dame. I couldn't help myself. I bought 3 sizes, and these boxes are gorgeous, really beautiful. So I've got a sort of slightly rectangular one. Oh, sorry, let's pick this up in this hand. A slightly bigger version, and then the largest version. And I just love this particular colour. There is a more golden sort of colour as well that they do. And now I've just got to decide what I'm going to design to go in these. I have an original design just about finished that I may put in one of these boxes. We shall see. But I have actually got a lovely idea for that great big one. I love, excuse me, I love chests and cabinets that you can put precious things in. These are going to be ideal for keepsakes for me. Thank you to everybody about the lovely comments about Emily Ann Greenway. This is the sampler that we released the week before. She is delightful, and we can't wait to see progress photos being posted on social media. That's so pretty. There's been some really lovely photographs posted on social media this week. I don't see all of them. I don't spend a lot of time on Facebook or Instagram. Otherwise, if I start, I could be on there for hours and then I haven't been productive work-wise. But here are a few that I did see and I just thought, wow. Aren't they beautiful? Thank you to everybody who stitches our designs and shares them. It's the biggest thrill that Lisa, Sandra and myself can get to see you enjoying our work and recreating it for your own sampler walls. So thank you so much. I've been thinking about my travels in August, and do you know what? It's a really funny thing. When I tested positive for COVID, my first thought that came into my head, at least I won't have COVID to go to summer school and Hobby House Needleworks. And only another needleworker would say that. When I said to Ray, I said, I won't have to worry about COVID now for summer school and my workshop at Hobby House. He looked at me and I could see his brain going, thinking, Nicola, really? But, you know, another needleworker will understand that. Anyway, going back to the attic and summer school, I've been thinking about my project, and I did chart this little sampler some time ago, and I think that this is going to be my travel project. I love her name. Fanny Hussey, St Mary's School, Richmond, 1882. Now, Richmond is a suburb of London, a very historic part of London as well. I'm looking forward to stitching this one, and I think this is going to be a perfect travel project. We shall see. There is a sampler that I want to be my next main project, and it's got a beautiful red house on it, and it is one of those thin long ones with this just beautiful house on. And I looked for it in the week and I couldn't find it, and I need to get a lot of stuff out of storage to find where it's gone, but I didn't have the energy for that this week. So unless I've dreamt about this sampler, it must be here. It couldn't have walked. So if I can find it, I would like that to be my next project. But I also would like to get this one charted and stitched. I showed this a little while ago and I know that a lot of people really loved the sampler. I've got a strong feeling that when I take this out of the frame, this is going to be a beautiful turquoisey, grey, green, blue, either one of those shades of blue. And I think that looks so beautiful against this gorgeous pink that's in this sampler. I love the verse on this. A soft answer turneth away wrath, but grievous words stir up anger. And you know what, that is so true. The girl who stitched this, her name was Clara Ann Easingwood, and she was 12 years of age in 1875. I think that's so pretty. So this could well be my next main project. We shall see if I can find that other sampler. Maybe that other sampler doesn't want to be reproduced and she's hiding from me. We shall see. What else? I think that probably rounds it up for this week. What's the week ahead hold? Gosh, I'm so sorry about that. I get these coughing fits and you don't want to listen to me coughing. The week ahead. On Tuesday, Sue and I, with another friend, are going to Truro for the day. We're predominantly going for the Great British Sampler Weekend. We've had an idea for something and we need to go and do a little bit of research. Do you know what? Myself, Sue, Michelle and Linda, we are having such fun planning this weekend. It's like a build-up for Christmas for us. We almost wish that it was this year and not next year, but I think if it was this year we would go into panic mode because there is so much planning that goes into putting in an event. What else is happening this week? Well, I hope that I can start walking again. We shall see. The dogs, they love their walks so much. What we've been having to do is take them down onto the beach and just letting them run with their balls and, you know, playing with other dogs because I haven't been up to walking. What else is going to happen this week? Can't think. But, our new release. Don't forget Thursday, look out for our new release. I'll be back next weekend, hopefully fully recovered from COVID, with a proper head on me and not one that is going to lolly with high temperatures. Anyway, stay safe, stay well, and until next week, bye-bye.